I was talking to my sister the other day. My sister is so beautiful and she's so smart. And there's this one thing she couldn't get her head around, right? So she knows that I'm a cognitive behavioral hypnotherapist. She knows that I came to TikTok last year. And she knows that I work with women who are navigating the patterns of avoidant men. So they're in relationships with avoidant men, or who have left relationships with avoidant men. She couldn't get her mind around why women stay. My research has shown that 60% of women are still in it or still hoping that he will change, and 40% are out of it. No one is telling the 60% that if you are in this and you've decided that you want to be in it, you more than anybody need to regulate your nervous system. You more than anybody needs to be able to build your capacity, because the highs and the lows, the intermittent reinforcement, it takes a toll on you. So coming back to what my sister couldn't understand, I tried to explain it to her as best as I could. She's married, and I said, you with your husband, last week you were kicking her hind, having your barbecue, etc. Now imagine on Monday, he comes to you and says, he packs a suitcase and he says, right, that's it, it's over. I said, if someone was to come to you and say, oh, well, how can someone treat you like that? Girl, you gotta go. Just move on. How would you feel about that? Then I could see her eyes going from side to side because she was trying to comprehend that. No, that don't make sense though. No, it doesn't make sense, does it? And then if you add into that the intermittent reinforcement, and a lot of the times the pattern with avoidant men, most of the time, that is what its foundation, that's the thing, right? The intermittent reinforcement. That is the thing that makes you feel even stronger, makes you feel even tied to this person even more, right? You're not going to stop. You're not going to give up, especially if you had that intermittent reinforcement. When I explained that to her, her mind, I could see that she was like, oh, yes, oh. Because it's not that simple to say, oh, you just need common sense and then that's it. What, when you have all of that, your biology that is wired for connection, and you've attached to this person, and you have your social conditioning of the things that women do, stay, endure, all of those things, and then you have, your reasons for being there, and then love, that part of it, even though Tina Turner says, oh, what's love got to do with it? That part too. But she could understand. And a lot of people, some content creators on here, women in general, even me, I'm sure at one point, couldn't hold space for that woman. And there's so many women out there. So if you are that woman who is in it, you don't need to continue feeling like this. You don't need to be dragged around from pillar to post because of his pattern. You have to do your own work, and this is what the audios are for. Go to the link in the bio and take the quiz, because it's going to tell you the exact areas that you need to focus on within your personal dynamic, because this is about you. And nobody is telling you this. Like I said, if you are staying in that dynamic, you definitely need to do the work to recenter yourself within that dynamic, so that when he does pull away, you are still okay. Because you didn't enter this relationship to go into some sort of system where when things aren't good, you feel like a piece of shit. And then, okay, things go back to being good. And then when things aren't good, you go back to feeling like a piece of shit, and then repeat. You don't need to do that. That's not the cost of being in this relationship. Not anymore. Anyway, because you've seen this now and you know that there is something that can help you. Women are literally telling me that it's helping them to gain their nervous system back. Because when you're in it and you're going to the intermittent reinforcement, let me explain something to you. Especially when he pulls away or when things aren't good and you're overthinking and doing all of those things there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are thinking about him and he is thinking about him, because when he's deactivating, he's in survival mode and he's thinking about himself, Who is thinking about you? Who's thinking about you?